Hello, my name is Michael Thurn. I'm the CEO of PharmAust. PharmAust is a clinical stage biotechnology company focused on repurposing monopentol for human and animal diseases. Monopentol is an approved veterinary drug commonly used to treat nematode infestations in sheep. PharmAust has two clinical development programs, a human health rare disease program for motor neurone disease and an animal health or veterinary program for treatment of B-cell lymphoma in dogs. Both of these programs look to exploit the ability of monopentol to inhibit the mTOR pathway, a well-known and key pathway controlling cell growth and proliferation. And we look to leverage the large safety database already established with regulatory agencies for monopentol in our development programs. To protect our product portfolio, we have a family or a number of families of granted patents in key jurisdictions worldwide. We have assembled a management and board of directors with experience in nurturing and adding value to ASX-listed companies. And this company is overall supported by a broad and loyal investor base that we hope to grow over the next 4 to 6 months as clinical programs move towards key development milestones. PharmAust is advancing multiple synergistic product opportunities in human and animal health by repurposing monopentol. Recently, we announced that the final patient had completed dosing in our phase 1 motor neurone disease study. Data from this phase 1 study will be used to support an orphan drug designation application and to open an investigational new drug application in 2024. These are important milestones for PharmAust as we gear up towards starting our phase 2 study in the first half of next year. Before we get to that point, though, there's still aspects of the phase 1 study that we need to complete. Patients have to have one last follow-up visit, and then there's also a process of closing out the study through data collation, and cleaning process begins in order for those top-line results to be released during the first quarter of 2024. We also announced recently the completion of our phase 2 canine oncology study in B-cell lymphoma. And in that study, we were able to show monopentol provided an overall clinical benefit and a mean time to progression of 28 days. This compares very favorably to the most recent drug approved for B-cell and T-cell lymphoma in dogs, Livadia, a fantastic result. We now plan to open an investigational new drug, animal new drug application with the FDA Center for Veterinary Medicine in the near term, and to proceed with pivotal studies in 2024 to support product registration. PharmAust is well positioned to execute on these multiple near-term catalysts. PharmAust is positioning its development programs for a high-valued licensing or acquisition deal, focusing just on the rare disease market, a market our clinical program for motor neurone disease operates in. There's been enormous interest in rare diseases over the last 8 years, largely because of the generous set of regulatory incentives like 7 years market exclusivity, orphan drug designation, and accelerated approval under the Orphan Drug Act. We are now seeing close to 100 deals annually in the rare disease space. So it's not surprising that in 2032, the market for rare diseases is expected to reach greater than $435 billion. This is supported by the increase in rare disease drug approvals over the last 5 years, with 50% of drugs approved by the FDA are for rare diseases. This is also supported by the large acquisition deals that have been occurring in the rare disease space lately. Chinook Therapeutics was purchased by Novartis in June this year for $3.2 billion. And then the largest biopharma deal in 2022 was Amgen's acquisition of Horizon Therapeutics' rare disease pipeline for $27.8 billion. We expect interest in PharmAust's rare disease program for motor neurone disease will escalate following successfully obtaining an orphan drug designation, and when our top-line results for our soon-to-be completed phase 1 study are available.